What God has been dealing with me a lot is forgetting and getting the mind straight. Because for me, and I'm sure for all people, as I said in the last service, that's where we're defeated. And that's where we win. It's not what happens to us, it's how we respond to it. Like during World War II, we had United States tanks and German tanks. They would shoot at German tanks and they bounce off. They meant to kill the Germans, but they bounced off. But when they shot the American tanks, they blew them up. So when somebody's shooting at us, and hard times are going to come, disappointment is going to come, heartbreak is going to come, we got to get that thick skin like them tanks and let it bounce off. Still the same bullets, still the same ammunition, still the same artillery, still the same bombs, but it's how we take it. That's the difference. And I'm reminded of David. David did bad things, and sometimes the devil jumps on us when we do bad things, but God is a God of grace. But the enemy doesn't want us to forget it. Like when David had his way with Bathsheba. David prayed and prayed and prayed for the Lord till that child could live. But that child died. And he was devastated. It meant a lot to David, as I understood. And I think who brought it to my side is the great preacher T.D. Jakes. And he put it this way, that David himself must have been an outside child. That David had to have been an outside child, but because he said in the Psalm 51 that I was put together in sin and iniquity. And the way he was treated as the youngest child to be outside with the sheep while the prophet Samuel was looking for a king. So David was not loved. So when that child was dying, David saw himself in the situation. So that was a double hurt for him. But somehow David was able to get the strength out of his difficulty, yet understand how the Lord works. Because after the child died, the word of God says, David got up and washed his face and changed his clothing. And that's why he wrote also, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. You see, there is something about forgetting the sting of it. See, once we just forget about it and get our mind straight, don't let the thing hold on to you. So many things that's been just ruining our sleep every night. It is not, we don't need no insomnia pills or nothing like that. We just need to learn how to capture those thoughts and render them null and void and rebuke them. Give them over to Jesus, those thoughts, those pains that hurts. Give them to Jesus. And it's a fight like you won't believe. I've been doing it. It's a fight. I'm tired fighting my thoughts. But I noticed one thing. I've been sleeping a little better. Amen. And the thing is that I have more mental energy to look ahead to see what I can conquer now. Because when I keep those things on me, it's like there's scales in my eyes. I can't see straight. Every time somebody do something to me, I see it through the lens of my problem. When they just minding their business, they ain't got me to think about. But I got issues, and you got issues because we can't forget. We have to forget. We do it every day. We drive in our cars. Everyone here, I believe, can drive. Even my mother will try to play it off. She can drive. What? She got a driver's license. She told me, shh, don't tell nobody. Right? But when we drive, right, we don't look what's behind us, do we? When we look in front, everything's going on wrong around you. People are jaywalking, doing stuff, acting the fool, walking around with tight clothes. But we look ahead, right? Yes. And that's how we have to live our life. It's going to happen. Look ahead. Be a German tank. Look ahead. Be like David. No good as long as the day is long. But he knew how to get his mind right. And that's the battlefield, is our mind. Forget that stuff. Forgetting those things that are behind and press forward towards the mark. And watch your life change. You'll even sleep at night. Amen? Amen. Amen.